Welcome back, everyone. This is another episode of our heart-powered inspirational interviews. And as you know by now, we have regularly amazing guests with us. And today, again, it's a very special lady. She's a great friend of mine, and she's really a superstar in her world. And she's really, she's a brand and a business strategist. She runs a business that's called 212 Degrees, the Brand Lab, and she's also an executive coach and the founder of two businesses. And she's also a speaker, so she's thought after to speak pretty much all over the world. And the two ventures is one, as I said, is her 212 Degrees Brand Lab. And she also runs a platform called Connexus, where she brings incredible entrepreneurs together on a regular basis so they connect with each other, they exchange with each other, they learn and grow from amazing speakers that she invites. And I know about her that once she actually was running an event, and within just a couple of days, she filled quite a big, room to run her event. She is a magician when it comes to running events. And also, she supports entrepreneurs, executives, and businesses to create memorable brands because you need to have a brand that you stand out with. Only if you do, you will survive. Not only survive, you will thrive in your market and you'll be able to grow your business further. And she also coaches individual top leaders to really get clear on their brand and develop their leadership and executive presence. Because, again, when you are an established brand as a business leader, you can advance your career faster and in greater ways than you ever thought possible. So, as we said, she consults businesses, startups, yes, small businesses, but also great businesses. And she's actually lived most of her business life in big corporates. She worked with incredible businesses like Nestle and Carlsberg and General Electrics, and she was doing magical marketing there and helping them to build their brand strategy. So there's so much more for me to say about her, but let me just introduce her to you. Her name is Devapriya Khanna. Devapriya, it's amazing to have you with us today.
Monique, thank you so much for the wonderful and such a detailed and generous introduction. I am truly overwhelmed. And can I tell you how wonderful it feels to be here with you in this forum as part of this beautiful tribe, the HeartPowered Global Nation? It's my privilege and honor. So thank you once again for having me here.
Great. Okay, let's jump in right away, Devapriya. I know we are not going through easy times right now. What do you do right now to really stay joyful and vibrant and, as we call it, in the vortex?
Well, that's a beautiful question, Monique. And the only way to answer this would be to say that uh, I'm acknowledging every day, with every passing day that we struggle through this crisis, I'm acknowledging and being in deep gratitude for the extreme abundance that's all around us that we've normally taken for granted. So in a situation where it's a very unsafe world, I'm privileged and blessed to have a safe home and a safe roof over my head. I'm blessed in a situation of scarcity of essentials. I'm blessed that certain people would consider things luxury. I have them as my essentials. And I'm blessed that I'm in a position in which I can be a giver in this world, in the current situation. So I would say that I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you for giving me this. Every time I think about this and I start my day on a note of gratitude, I just get back into the vortex again and again.
It's such a beautiful approach you're taking. I mean, as we know, gratitude holds such a high vibration. And when we are in a high vibration, we feel strong and, also we boost our immune system. And I invite all of you to just maybe even right here, right now, think about one thing that you're grateful for in your life right now. And I'm definitely grateful to have Devapriya with us today, and I'm definitely grateful to have you with us today. So Devapriya, just tell us, in these times where I know a lot of businesses struggle, don't even have a hard time, don't even have an easy time, there's still a lot of things, as you and I know, that we can do as business owners to bring our business to a next level and to support others in great ways. So what are maybe 3 things you are doing right now that also everyone that is here with us today could do to actually bring their business to a next level, no matter what's happening on the outside right now?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'd like to begin with the personal aspect, and that's what I'm working on, and I'm helping my family and my children to work on, and also all my coaches to work on, because you know this, we talk about it so often. If you're not strong within, if your core is not strong, you'll not be able to handle your brand and your business, right? So uh, essentially, in a situation where everyone is isolated and sort of disconnected from the world, it's very, very important to understand that social distancing does not mean social isolation. So my one input to the community and to everyone listening in would be to go deeper into your existing relationships, be it with your family, be it with your friends, and be it with your current network. This is the time to deepen things, not spread yourself thin. So, again, linked to the gratitude bit, be grateful for the relationships that you have in your life, both business and personal, and really go deep into them. That's the first thing I would say. Secondly, I heard, came across this quote somewhere, that when you can't go outside, go inside. By which I mean that this is a time to establish a deeper connect with one's own self as well. Connect with yourself, enjoy the gift of your own presence, and learn how to be on your own and introspect. This is a time to figure out, ask yourself those vital questions, even about your business. Where am I? Where am I headed? Where do I want to go? What are the challenges that I face? And really sit down with the old school pen and paper, and jot down and start journaling. So, number one, deeper connect with existing relationships. Number two, deeper connect with your own self. Dive into your core and enjoy that. And professionally, on the work front, one tangible thing that I would say is that this is a great time to focus on building your personal brand, and definitely more so in the online space. And why I say that is that now more than any time before, people are all online. So all your stakeholders, your prospects, your customers, your vendors, everybody is in the online world. Everyone is operating online. So if you can make your brand shine during these times by building a very strong digital brand, you will definitely be able to cut across the clutter. And secondly, be very gentle with the kind of brand you curate. This is not the time to be very salesy. So this is the time to establish yourself as a nurturer and as a thought leader. So people are consuming content like never before. So perfect time to make your brand shine online.
Right. Powerful advice you're giving. So also you're saying like on the first one, I love it. It's like nourish your network, right? And I know you are doing that so powerfully with your Connexus people. I know you're reaching out and finding ways to connect everyone more and to get to know each other better. And you're also part of our HeartPowered Global Nation, and you're part of our business tribe as well, where you play a leading role in really, connecting with people. You're such a connection star. um, it's also right now time to yes, nourish current relationships, but also build new ones, right? Because again, I mean, even more now than ever, people crave to connect. People love to exchange with heart powered people, with like-minded entrepreneurs and business leaders, to get together, to share ideas, to be creative together, to uplift each other, right?
Yes.
So what do you do to actually even expand your network right now?
So what I'm doing, Monique, so we have this, I'll talk about Connexus first, I'll talk about my own network first, and then I'll talk about the other networks I'm part of. So as part of Connexus, what we've done is we've thrown open the doors of networking to anybody and everybody who would like to hop on, anybody who's a bona fide professional. Yeah. And in fact, tomorrow, very, very exciting that you're asking me about this now. Tomorrow, we're going to have our first online open networking forum on Zoom, and we have about 30 people that have signed up, and it's really exciting. And we're going to have back-to-back elevator pitches. So we're going to talk, so in 60 seconds people are going to introduce themselves and their business and one challenge that they need help with. So this is something that, and these are not just members of the community, but these are people that have just wanted to hop on board and be part of this entire conversation that we're opening up. And I'm sure that I'll be connected to some very, very influential and very, very generous and good people, professionals who I've never met before. So that's my own network. But what's happening to me through being part of this heart-powered global nation is that I'm coming across, and also the business tribe, is that I'm coming across beautiful souls across the world. So it's no longer confined to my country or to my city. The world has opened up. It's so ironic that we're in a situation of lockdown. Aircrafts can't fly, cars can't fly on the road. Yet the network has burst open. I'm speaking to people in New York, where people in New York cannot step out of their apartments. I'm connected to through the tribe. I'm taking podcast lessons from an expert based out of New York. I'm speaking to healers based out of and social media experts based out of Lebanon. It's just amazing. I'm speaking to business strategists in sitting in Greece. How it's beautiful. That's the power of networking, and the business power tribe has given me this gift. And now, as being part of the heart powered nation, again, I'm connecting with some amazing and incredible professionals. So it's just organic growth that's happening to my network.
Great, great.
It's beautiful.
And we can make it organic growth, or we can really also proactively reach out. So if you are here with us today and you're not part of our heart powered global nation yet, come and join us, because again, it's a community of like-minded and heart powered business owners and business leaders, speakers, experts, change makers that you would love to connect with. Because again, when we come together, because we are one global nation, right? It's why we call it global nation. When we come together, we can create magic together. So if you're not part of that, come and find us on Facebook, Heart Powered Global Nation. We'd love to have you. Okay, Devapriya, also, you said that it's so important right now to, from a place of serving, from a place of generous giving, but also selling, because again, business hasn't stopped and business is now, the same as it's always been, which is a value exchange. So we shouldn't be holding back, also making offers, bringing clients on board, and yes, also opening channels of receiving and making money with our business, which I do, and a lot of entrepreneurs around me do. So again, it's not a time of aggressive selling, you're right, but also still having the intention of closing business relationships and closing deals with people. Nothing has changed around that, right? So how can actually people make themselves more visible, to position themselves more as an expert, and yes, also lovingly and gently see if someone wants to work with them. What are some of the steps? And maybe let's talk about what is one thing everyone here can actually do right now, right today, to actually strengthen their brand and take a next step forward with their business.
You're very right when you talk about the kind of tone we take in our communication, right? So one has to be gentle, yes, but business hasn't stopped. And in fact, if you as a service provider hold your client's hand during these turbulent times, the chances are very high that when your client comes out of the other end, he's still holding your hand. So these are the times of retention. And it's important to really audit, because I talked about creating an online personal brand. It's very, very important to audit how we are showing up in the online world right now. So my one advice to everyone would be, today, right here, right now, pull out your laptops, Google your entire name, like Monique Blokzyl, Devapriya Khanna. Google your name and see how you show up in the online world. Are you proud of what you come across as? Or does it make you cringe? If you're okay, are you on brand, or are you completely off track? So it's a great time to introspect, great time to audit, and then do more of what's working. And if you feel that it's not working, then it's time to reboot, reinvent, and recreate your personal brand.
Right, great. Okay. Devapriya, probably when people start Googling their name and they see, oh my God, this is how I come across, I would really love people to perceive me in a different way. I'd really love to do something about strengthening my brand. They probably want to talk to you and connect with you and get some hints and tips from you. Where can they find you? How can they connect with you?
I'd love to connect with anyone who wants to have a conversation with me on this amazing topic that I'm so passionate about. My email ID is devapriya at 212deg.com. So this, should I spell that out? So,
We're going to also share that link, so don't worry.
so they can connect with me on LinkedIn. I think the two best ways would be to connect with me on LinkedIn or to directly drop me an email, and I'll get back in no time.
Great, perfect. Thank you so much, Devapriya. I mean, I know that you are a branding queen, and again, for you, that you are an entrepreneur or change maker. I mean, we can be as amazing and have the greatest skills, and still, if you're not known, if you're not visible, if you do not stand out with, how people see us, the messages that go out about us, what people say about us, what people see when they Google us, what they see when they look at our website, our LinkedIn profiles, and everywhere else on social media and online. All of that is branding and so much more. So now is a perfect time to actually do a little bit of an inventory. And then when you are feeling that you need that extra boost on branding, I highly recommend you get in touch with Devapriya. You can also, by the way, find her and connect with her personally in our HeartPowered Global Nation community, where she also posts from time to time to inspire entrepreneurs and change makers to step up with their brand. Devapriya, it's been amazing to have you with us today. Thank you for joining, for sharing your inspiration, your positive energy, and your powerful golden nugget insights and suggestions. And all of you, thank you for being with us today. And I highly recommend take that one little step that Devapriya recommended and see where you are with your branding and enjoy stepping up. And we can have a conversation on that, continuing in our heart-powered global nation. Looking forward to see what you're going to do and what you're going to find. Okay, Devapriya, great to have you. You want to say one final message to round it off?
Yes, thank you, Monique. Thank you very much. It's been just amazing to be here. And to all of you who are listening in, before you sleep every night, if there's one question you need to ask yourself this: what have I done for my brand today? Thanks a lot.
Great. I'm definitely going to pick up that question today. And I think one thing I have done is recording this amazing interview with you, Devapriya, today. Anyhow, thank you for being with us, and thank you for being such a vibrant supporter of our tribe and our community. And you out there, thank you for being with us and checking in with us and following us on a regular basis. It's great to have you. And I'm really curious to see what you're going to do out of the suggestions from Devapriya on our inspiring interview today. And I see you soon again on our next episode, another episode of our heart-powered inspirational interviews. Until then, have a wonderful day.